What's going on, good people? BT here. These are the 10 things that I can't live without. And they are in no specific order. Let's get started. This is Mio. I have no idea how long I've been addicted to this stuff, but it's been a few years at least. I'm not a huge fan of the regular taste of just regular old water. And so Mio is kind of a must for me. It comes with me everywhere. Thankfully you can buy it basically anywhere, but this one's lemonade, and funny enough, it's the only flavor that I like. All the other flavors I really don't care for. Mio lemonade is my tried and true, and I go through this thing by the caseload. If you've been following the channel for a long time, there are very few videos where you don't see me in a hat, and everybody's always asking me, what kind of hat is it? Well, these are my favorite hats by far. Unfortunately, they're also the most expensive, but that's because they're the best made hat. You can beat the ever-living hell out of this thing, get it super dirty, wash it in your washing machine, and it will come out perfect like the day you bought it. The brand is Melin. They've got this weird flap in here, and I think that's partially why they keep their shape so well. And then they've also got a secret stash pocket if you want to put something in there. I don't know if you can even see that. All right, this is a Panda Planner, and basically I can't exist without this thing. I've been using it for like 4 years now. I've got really bad ADHD, and it's hard for me to kind of just get throughout a day without a bunch of lists. But the reason I love this Panda Planner is that, one, I've got a section where I can write everything that I'm grateful for, 3 things per day. That's like a thing I've been doing since I started my own business in 2014, so 10 years of listing every single day. I mean, I'm a human being, but, and then here are all my tasks. This is probably the most important bit to me, or being able to write the tasks and then checking them off. And then I use this side for my priorities. So let's say I have 10 tasks. These are the top 3. If I get through the top 3, I feel like that day is a win. And this has really helped me just over the last decade or so be really good about being proactive and productive. So Panda Planner, I just buy them off Amazon. They are a little pricey for what they are, but I do think they're worth it. They're like 30 bucks. Sometimes you can get them for $20, but Panda Planner, Amazon. As you may know, I was a former professional athlete. I've been a personal trainer for like 20 years. Fitness, exercise, and health is a huge part of my life, and something that has contributed to my understanding, my knowledge, and my self-progression has been Whoop. This is a fitness tracker that came out quite a few years ago. I've been using it for almost 5 years now, and I love this thing. I love it for, wow, that was a weird way to say love. I love it for a few different reasons. One, it's just very minimal. There's no screen. That's a big one. Our life is consumed by screens, and it's great to just get rid of a screen for a fitness tracker. So it's minimal. I also love how easy it is to understand the metrics that it gives you. So many fitness trackers and smartwatches give you lots of great data, but they don't tell you what that data means. You have to interpret it for yourself. When you wake up and go into the app, you've got a screen that says, hey, this is how you did. Like, your recovery is at 63%. And the reason for that is, here's your sleep performance, your HRV, your resting heart rate, respiratory rate. Here's your recovery over the last like week or so. It's not looking too hot this week. Like, it'll tell me my strain for the day. It'll say like, hey, you need to hit right here 13.7 to make your goal for the week. Sleep gives me my sleep performance. And then it also has a journal. So one of the coolest things about this is you can run some really cool self-experiments. There's a huge customizable journal, so if you want to see the effects that melatonin is having on your recovery and your sleep, you could run a 4-week melatonin experiment and get that data. And it preserves that data for as long as you're a member. So I can go back from 4 years ago and see what my April looked like and what my training consisted of and why I was getting the numbers I was getting. So Whoop is awesome. Huge fan. I have no plans on leaving it anytime soon unless they do something crazy. But yeah, Whoop, my favorite fitness tracker. Ugh. This is 8 Sleep. 8 Sleep's been a staple of my life for the last couple years, and just what it is it's a thermoregulation device for your sleep, and I've been using these for the last like 6 ever since I met my wife. The first one was a different company, but basically what they do is they use a pad, and that pad goes on top of your mattress, and then you cover that pad with like a fitted sheet. But there are tubes that come out of here and run into that pad, and water is flown through that. Like I just dropped some water. And what this does is this can either heat or cool your mattress. And so if you're a hot sleeper like me, did I just get water all over myself? I did. If you're a hot sleeper like me, this thing changed my life. I've got a bunch of videos on it, but one, it's just like worry-free. You plug it in, and it's so smart. You set a schedule of temperature, and after about a week, it kind of knows the schedule your body goes through. Believe it or not, like it actually tracks your sleep cycles while you sleep, and it adjusts the temperature for those sleep cycles to keep you asleep longer and give you the best night's sleep you've ever had. And with its autopilot feature, the more you use it, the smarter it gets, and the more it can control that for you to keep you asleep longer. And yeah, this is the Pod 3. We just got the Pod 4 upstairs, but these things are amazing. I would highly check them out. I'm not a big fan of their competitor. Their customer service is awful. The build quality is awful ever since they had an ownership takeover. Unfortunately, these are the most expensive ones, and there's really not a great competitor, but they're worth it. Like everybody that has bought one off of my recommendation has told me that these things are absolute game changers. Sorry to be cliche and use that term, but they really are. So if you are a hot sleeper and you cannot get comfortable, try one of these. It'll blow your mind. The Apple Vision Pro. Funny enough, when I first bought this, I returned it. There were so many bugs. I just thought like what it could do was not worth it compared to what it couldn't do. And it just felt like a big unfinished product, and I really didn't like it. And so I returned it. And then something weird happened. About a week later, I missed it. I missed it so much. The few things that it could do, it did so well. The entertainment side of things. But anyway, I went back and I bought it because I was going to be flying to South Africa, and that single day of flying was about 24 hours, another 24 hours on the way back. And I do not like flying. I have really bad anxiety. I take a bunch of medication, like 3 different medications to fly from flight anxiety. And using this is a more powerful anti-anxiety med than my medication. This has changed everything for me about flying. But I also use it to work. I love that I can turn my laptop into a remote desktop with a massive screen outside if I want to. So I can take my laptop. I have a huge screen in my office. I love it. And I hate downsizing to the little 14-inch screen on my MacBook Pro. Plus, FaceTiming friends is so much more enjoyable on this than your phone. It's completely different experience, and I love it. And then also, it is just the most incredible memory making machine out there. I'm not joking. Seeing photos that you take on this thing, the first time I tried it and I looked at a photo of my dog Henry, it brought me to tears. I'd never seen a photo that way. It was a very visceral experience. And since then, you can actually capture like spatial video on this. I know you can do it on the new iPhones, but it looks so much better on this, and it's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard not to believe you're actually there when watching a spatial video on this thing. So I use it quite a bit now, and I absolutely love it. It would be great if it wasn't so expensive. It would be great if it wasn't so heavy and bulky, but I'm not giving it up. I absolutely love this thing. Spilt. This is something I discovered man, maybe 5 or 6 months ago, maybe longer. I'm not sure. What is it? This is strawberry, but this company, I think they were started by the same people that made Built Bar. They made this. It is a caffeinated protein chocolate milk. Again, this one's strawberry. 20 grams of protein, only 90 calories, no sugar, 60 milligrams of caffeine. Match made in heaven. I freaking love this stuff. It's so good. And it's not so good because it's got caffeine and there's protein in it and only 90 calories. It's so good because it's absolutely delicious. This tastes like the old school Nesquik. The chocolate milk, they make a chocolate milk max that has a ton of caffeine in it. It's 160 milligrams. Vanilla milk, and the strawberry. You can get like a variety pack of 4. There's just 4 cans to try them out. I highly recommend it. But they sell these on Amazon as well, and I'm thankful enough that because Built Bar was started here in Utah, they also carry them at my local grocery store. Spilt, somehow we got to get you guys to be sponsors of this channel. I freaking love this stuff. That would be epic. I want a Spilt mini fridge where I can display and chug these, and if people come over and see the studio, I'd love to give them a refrigerated one. Yeah, this stuff is incredible. All right, let's go to this bad boy. Bam! This is my OneWheel, and this is basically the most fun you can have. As a person who's always sucked at board sports, wakeboarding, snowboarding, skateboarding, the person that just falls the moment they get on one and absolutely hated board sports, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought one of these. It was a foolish decision, but they just looked like so much fun. And I took about a month and practiced really hard, and eventually I got to where I was kind of proficient on this. And ever since getting it, it is kind of like a daily ride for me, especially in the summer. I really don't drive around too much. I will ride this to the gym. I'll ride it to the grocery store. I'll go run errands on it. Like if I got to take stuff back to UPS or FedEx, I take it on this. It goes, man, 20 to 30 miles on a charge, which is incredible, depending on your weight, of course. And then it does like 25 miles an hour. I've never gone that fast, have no desire. 18 is about my tops before I'm like, this is crazy, and it starts getting sketchy. But hopefully, I tried doing a 100-mile ride in 24 hours a couple years ago. Everything set up, planned out, got about 17 miles into it, and it died, so I was ready for that. I brought the charger. I just brought the wrong charging cable. So I had to stop and call a freaking Uber to take me back to my car. And I haven't done it since, but it's maybe something I'll try to do here in October. Anyway, OneWheel's freaking fun. Just the most fun you can have getting around a city. Something I can't live without is a camera. Photography has kind of like changed my life in a way. It's really improved my mental health and the way I think about things. It's made the way I look at the world way more interesting. It's taken very mundane things and made them exciting. And so now it's something I literally carry on me every single day. These cameras just happen to be the ones that I connect with the most, that I take the most pleasure in shooting, but any camera will do. I just love how robust and built like a tank these are. The interaction with them is very simple. It's very minimal. I love the minimal design, the way the shutter feels in my finger when I take a photo. Here, listen to this. This one's probably my favorite shutter though. It's fun to just go out and shoot my dog or my wife, some of the vacations I've taken, and post those to social media. One thing I'm not great about is I haven't printed a lot of my photography, my work, and I really should. I've got some photos that I want to print and display in here and in the house, especially like after South Africa. But anyway, if it's something I would highly recommend you do. You do not need these. Like any camera will do, but get a camera in your hand and start taking photos, and it will radically change how you see and perceive the world for the better. it helped with my depression. It helped with my anxiety. And yeah, now I can't go anywhere without strapping one of these to my back. So anyway, yeah, 10 things I can't live without. A massive one is a camera. The last one is Henry, my dog Henry. Just can't live without him. He's such a fluffy, innocent, pure, funny little friend to have around. He's actually at daycare, so maybe I can live without him. Nah, I miss him pretty bad when he's gone all day. I wonder if my wife will be jealous or upset that he's made the cut and she hasn't. Man, I think it goes without saying I can't live without her either. Anyway, yeah, I just take him on road trips. He's so much fun to have around. He's so clingy sometimes. I just love him. Anyway, that was my 10 things I can't live without. I know it's kind of a departure from a normal video, but hopefully you enjoyed it because you got to see the things that I use on a daily basis that you probably don't know about. So it was kind of fun to do. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, or if you have any questions on the stuff that I use, please let me know down in the comments below. All right, until the next one, I'll catch you later. Peace.